Let's return to your first alert forecast now with meteorologist Chris Nunley. Christopher, wildfire smoke is here, mostly impacting higher elevations, not quite yet for us.
Yeah, so that's the good news. A lot of the wildfire smoke is higher up in the atmosphere, so it's not really impacting the air quality yet here at the surface around Puget Sound. But once you go into the Cascade foothills, the mountains, we start to see some more issues. And I want to show you, even though we're not seeing those impacts here at the surface around Seattle, you can clearly see that wildfire smoke that is higher up in the atmosphere. You can kind of see that orangish hue to the sky. That is some of the wildfire smoke that's continuing to be pulled into the area now that we have those northerly winds. But notice the air quality here in Seattle and all around Puget Sound, mainly in that good category. A couple exceptions a little farther north in western parts of Whatcom County dipped into that moderate category. And then as you work your way southeast to Seattle toward Enumclaw, as well as up near Mount Rainier, we have dipped into that unhealthy for sensitive groups category. So as you start working your way up towards 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000 feet and higher, that's when you get into some of those issues. So just keep that in mind if you have any plans to go hiking or biking. Now, the surface smoke does look like it gets a little denser this afternoon. That's depicted by some of those green and yellow colors you see on the map. This is around 8 p.m. this evening, so expect some of that smoke to possibly thicken. That could dip the air quality down into that moderate category. We hold onto that smoke tomorrow morning. I think it could be at its thickest tomorrow morning, which will reduce the air quality. But by tomorrow afternoon, the models are depicting that possibility that we see some of that smoke move out of the area, but that's going to be temporary. It looks like it increases over the weekend. So tomorrow's forecast, we're showing a lot of yellow and orange on the map, especially across the Olympic Peninsula toward the North Coast, San Juan Islands, northwest interior. So if you are sensitive to the wildfire smoke pollutants, just keep that in mind that we could see reduced air quality tomorrow. Big heat dome, summer area of high pressure over central parts of the country. It's going to weaken and start to reposition itself a little bit farther west. And this is going to send our temperatures pretty high over the weekend. We're talking about temperatures running well above where they should be. Look under that center of that area of high pressure. 103 right now in Dallas, 101 in Houston. It's not going to get that hot here, but the normal high is 77. We're going to get into the mid 80s tomorrow, upper 80s Saturday, near 90 Sunday, but we quickly fall below normal by Tuesday. So it's a very short heat event, about 48 to 72 hours, and then we quickly cool off. 78 today in Seattle. We're going to be in the 80s as you work your way a little bit farther south. The only caveat to the forecast is we have an area of low pressure off the coast that'll send a little moisture and lift over the state. That'll trigger some shower activity in Oregon later on this evening, and some of that tries to move into parts of the area overnight into tomorrow morning. A couple showers possible as you work your way towards southern parts of Puget Sound, and then isolated storms in the mountain late tomorrow morning into the early afternoon hours. Most areas stay dry, though it's hot and smoky over the weekend. We quickly cool off next week with a good chance for rain. Christine?
Thank you, Chris.